Eric Green, Program Director for SE Magazine, live from 2012 RSA Conference. Standing here with Greg Fitzgerald with Fortinet. Thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure, thank you.
So let me ask you to start with, what are people talking about with regard to vulnerabilities at the moment? What are the biggest issues you're seeing from customers?
You know, it's interesting. We're seeing that the challenge that they have is they're basically trying to get control over their IT network. With the advent of all the mobility, the consumerization, the cloud, and now, frankly, just data as themes, IT managers are really struggling. They've got all kinds of tools, but they still are having a challenge with how to put them together and understand from what kind of vectors and entry points these threats are coming.
So what about priorities, though? I mean, we're talking about this. Like, how are they prioritizing, or what is the highest priority of thing that they're trying to prevent at the moment?
I think really, again, it's overall management and identifying where data is flowing and what is going on. Tactically, the themes that they have today of mobility and cloud and data are frankly the same ones we've been seeing for the past couple of years. The difference in this year is that they're trying to bring it all together, and with the plethora of tools and solutions which we see here at this show, we're seeing that how do I actually make it work? How does the ecosystem work together? And how do I make it so that the few resources I have due to the economy and the skill sets that I have manage that effectively and efficiently with the little amount of money for the total cost of ownership that I think people are looking for.
And I think that leads to another question, which is ease of use. I mean, we see this confluence of vendors who are partnering or being absorbed, and I think a CISO, and more importantly their network engineers and IS people, ease of use is so important. What are your customers saying? What are they demanding, I guess, is the question.
It's been perfect for Fortinet. We grew in 2011 34% as a major, large public institution. That enormous growth is because people are trying to consolidate vendors, they're trying to consolidate security functionality, and in essence, for the whole simplification of their IT network. Their IT managers can only do so much, and if you think about the challenges they have, they need more of a single console as much as possible. They want one provider that they can go to fix the problems, because inevitably there's going to be some, and then they need the overall kind of architecture to be working together effectively and efficiently, which is why I think you're starting to see the ecosystem come together a little tighter.
So what about data? I mean, we're in this world where there's more data than we can deal with. I mean, we have mobile devices, the fixed network. I mean, we always talked about the boundless enterprise, so that's gone, and then it's gone further with mobility. But surely, with all that data, there are further privacy concerns and compliance issues, and sort of, what are people talking about in that area?
That is a very big concern for a lot of our customers, and it really becomes a combination of policy, which is almost not a security concern. It's more of a business process, business behavior of what do I want my employees, my customers, my contractors to have access to, when, how, and why. And that ends up being a management issue which security helps solve. And I think we're starting to see them understand that in very vertical industries there's certain compliance issues of who can see certain things, and having the right solutions that allow them to do that, again, effectively and efficiently and quickly, is really where they're finding the answers.
So I guess as a quick follow-up to that, though, I mean, do you see one industry leading any other industry with that?
Yeah, I think that in our case we've seen the healthcare industry really grow in that area.
Based on compliance?
That compliance, yes. We've seen the retail industry just take off because of the endpoints, right? That they're at these remote locations, that you have to have an understanding of who's accessing, if it's going to be wireless or otherwise, and how they do that. And I think those two industries are really particular.
So high-tech HIPAA and PCI and everything in between seems to be it.
Very much so.
Very interesting. Hey, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you very much.